So I did finally get my serious permit, but the invitation for Mark Qwent is not dropping, so I decided to change and go and unlock the Dweller. But for the Dweller, I need 5 black market contacts. And as we can see, on the stats, I only have 3. So basically what I need to do is get some illegal goods, and I was lucky, basically managed to drop into a degraded emissions, and it's the aftermath of a battle of some kind. There's lots of cargo. So if I pick this up, all of it should be illegal. I only need 2 pieces to bring it up to 5, so tobacco is illegal in jurisdiction anyway, and because it's salvage, it should be listed as stolen, which it is. Bring this in close. Okay, so that's 2 bits of cargo. That's well, 2 stolen items. Which is great. So this system has a black market. I believe it's at that station. We'll just quickly check. Whoa. And as you can see, it has a black market. So let's go there. The great thing about black markets at outposts is that they do not. Yeah, they don't scan you on the way in, so they're very easy to smuggle to. I think I've only ever been scanned once going to an outpost, and that was on an earlier patch, so I don't know if that's been removed or not. Regardless, though, I think I'm probably going to do standard sort of cold running. Get all my systems turned off except for the ones I really need. That'll do. That'll do. That's 41%, and most of that is in my thrusters and frameshift. So. Joystick just stuck then. Not quite sure what that was about. Let's drop out. Turn the frame shift off. My heatsink as well, so I'll bring the temperature right down. There we go. Press docking. And we'll hit silent running.
Heatsink deployed. Flight assist off.
I'm hoping that landing pad is ours. Can't see. Yeah, it looks like it is.
Landing gear deployed. Flight assist on.
I was going to bring it down gentle. I don't want to smash too hard into this.
Docking successful.
Done. Of course, we have to turn all our stuff back on, otherwise I will die. Okay, interesting. I'm assuming my bow weave will turn... Oh, silent running, that's why. Okay. Refuel, and hopefully there should be a black market. There is. And I will sell just my tobacco. Wow, they have a lot of demand for wine. 900, like 200,000 tons of wine. It's quite a lot. I think we've probably got a drinking problem. Okay, so now the next thing I've got to do is just find one more system which wants to buy illegal goods. That has a black market. Oops, the system map is the wrong one. Let's go to the galaxy map and I'll find my next drop-off point. My other problem is that I actually can't remember which black markets I've dropped off at, but given the, the amount of stations there are in this game, I should just be able to find another one. Disabled. There we go. Han Gateway. Off we go. It doesn't matter so much if I get scanned with this illicit cargo, mostly because the wine is not worth that much. I mean, it's basically worth a few hundred credits, so the fine I get is going to be minimal.
Cannot comply. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I'll make preparations before, actually. I don't foresee any issues. Still going to do the standard procedure though. Fuel scoop. Yeah, pro tip, don't turn your frame shift or your thrusters off while in flight. That will cause you to emergency drop. And if you look there, our heat signature is pretty low. I mean, it's 24% on my heat, but once we drop out, it'll be even lower. And then I can just push out a heatsink. I've only got one, but getting into these stations is fairly easy. I don't expect any issues. And like I said, even if I do get caught, the fine is going to be very small. So it's about twin Earthlights or twin water worlds. And the station is on the opposite side. Standard 1-on-1 dropout, so I can't get a quick drop.
Warning. Oxygen low.
Okay, a little bit close for comfort.
DeLacy, Sierra, India, Mike. This is Federal Flight Control. You are required to submit a docking request before landing. Access
Okay.
granted. Proceed to landing pad 1-2.
A little bit close. There'll be ships flying around, and the feds will want to scan me. Well, they normally do. One's coming in. So let's just drop a heat sink. Silent.
Silent running.
Get ourselves lined up. There we go.
Heat sink deployed.
The way you can do this to make sure you're not actually putting out a massive heat signature is to turn your thrusters off and all go and just drifted in, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, 12 is right there, that's good.
Landing gear deployed.
And keep silent running on. Done.
Engines disengaged.
Okay, so that's all our systems back online. Hopefully these guys can restock me. Yes, they can. That's great. I can get some more heat sinks and some missiles I think I used previously. What? Okay, that's weird. Ah, there we go. Barely got any money on that. Oops. Okay, so now if I check the engineers. Oh, that's disappointing. Unless it's one of these problems where I have to relog because it doesn't update. So quick look at the stats, just make sure. Smuggling 5. Yeah, it basically it needs to just update. Great. Okay, so we're back, and so yeah, now all I did was exit to main menu and come back, and if I view engineers now, you can see that I have the dweller. Okay. So now that I've basically just got to give him some money. 500,000 credits, which is basically free, and he's only 16 light years away, so I'm going to make a quick trip to him. He's on a surface station, Black Hide. So, let's get on our merry way. Actually, don't think I have anything I actually want him to engineer, though I definitely will need him for engineering exploration ship, since I normally like to save a little bit of weight by drastically underspeccing my power plant and also the power distributor. So for surface activities, having a power distributor which allows you to jump is very useful. It can get you out of some sticky situations, but they also tend to be pretty heavy depending on the ship. So on the Anaconda, as an example, for example, you can go to a D-rated power distributor of a class lower than would be able for you to boost. And so if you engineer it, it then will allow you to actually get the boost. And I think that saves you about 8 tons on an Anaconda, which might not sound like much, but in exploration jump range, every ton helps. All the 8 ton allows you to fit fits another module without having to pay the penalty on jump range. So it's pretty good. So let's go down to Black Hide. It's nice twin planets. I didn't really come in very well here, but...
Orbital flight engaged.
It's interesting that Black Hide is on the edge of a crater, but that crater is on the edge of a really enormous, fresh splash crater. I should go and see if there's anything in the middle of that, like a meteorites cluster or something. Oh, Black Hide is showing us red. This could be really bad. Hostile. Why is it hostile? Again, this could be a
This is a restricted area. Unauthorized vessels will be treated with lethal force.
Oh, interesting. Can I?
Docking permission denied.
Oh, this this might actually require a bit more than just an exit to. This is interesting. Why is the Dweller hostile? Interesting. Okay, this is kind of strange, to be honest. Again, it could be a tick thing where basically you have to wait for the simulation to update before it changes. So let me just do a very, very careful approach and see what they're gonna do. Guys, I'm not hostile. I just want to be your friends. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Oh no. And that's what happens when you go near an engineer base. Who's hostiles? Great. As a courtesy measure, include some missiles. Great, so let's just revive the ship. Yeah. Interesting. I'll have to look about that. And here we are at the back end of the... Oh dear. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the statistics are fine. So here we are back at Black Hide. Hopefully, like I said, it's a server tick, and now that that's passed, hopefully, we will be no longer hostile to Black Hide. So let's just see coming in. It's quite nice. Oh, there we go. Yep. We're now neutral. That's good.
Falcon, Relay Sierra, India, Mike. Automated flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing.
Great, so let's do that.
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 01.
So we get this plinth with quite a nice view, actually.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, just so if I just lean down a little bit, you look, see the neighbouring planet and also the sun.
Procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
Great, so let's pay our 500,000 credits. Great, and so now we have grade 1 access. I've got some beam lasers, so why not? That's efficient weapon overcharged. Let's just go for efficient weapon. That's normally the one I do. So I like to be able to either fire constantly or not worry too much about heat. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's very good. And the mass is a little bit lower as well, like that. That's great. Yeah, so I'm not really here to do much other than get some ranking so I can actually unlock things. So again, my power distributor, I would normally go for. So what I normally do, if you look at the engine capacity, is it's the capacity it's a capacity which determines whether you can boost or not. And so what I would normally do is I would go for engine focus distributor, which would give the capacity that little bit of a boost, and everything else goes away. Because, you know, essentially, if you're exploring, you don't need your weapons and you don't need shields. Well, arguably you need shields, but I think you know what I mean.